Over 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day around the world.
The coffee that is grown here is what allows us to pay for everything, to pay for schools, to pay for their jobs. And it's always the biggest challenge is financial.
We've always looked for coffee where it has to tick the boxes as far as, sustainability, as far as its sustainability from the point of, are the farmers taking really good care of the environment? Are they taking really good care of their people? And are they taking really good care of their money?
Coffee producers have been facing a lot of problems with coffee diseases that are a consequence of climate change.
Obviously, they have variations in the climate, no? But it's very difficult to know what to do about it. My name is Jaime Freire, and I am more or less the administrator of the farm.
Jaime has been key in experimenting with new varietals that can have better prices and they can support more the diseases. Yeah. We have big challenges with fungus diseases, with what is called ojo de gallo. We also have the leaf rust or the roya.
So we try to plant different varieties all the time. Anacafe, for example, they are bringing new variety.
We are innovative in technology, in processes. We have a laboratory, which is one of the most advanced in Guatemala. We have some technology that innovates in how to take care of the farm, how to fertilize the farm, what's the best process in the coffee. We're trying to identify each species of coffee so you know what you have in your farm, and also what Roya strain your farm has, so that the coffee producer can fight back with the correct correction methods.
You have to be constantly innovating what is going to give you a support to confront these diseases. And one thing, first of all, is grafting. They take a Robusta variety for the roots and an Arabica variety for the top, so that you have always a good cupping and a good flavor coffee, but you have the strength for supporting diseases.
Ponemos esta raíz de robusta abajo, porque es razón para que el robusta pues nos brota más raíz y para que no le pegue la enfermedad, que es el mal de Tayuela.
So grafting is making you sure that the coffees you take to the field are going to survive and they're going to have good quality of coffee on the cup.
The production has been going up, and it's because of all the efforts that Anacafe as a whole have made to reduce rust transmission around farms.
Most coffee is grown in developing countries. Most coffee is consumed in the US, Western Europe, Japan, very developed countries.
The biggest problem now is a lot of people going to the US, so we don't have too much people now in Guatemala to work in the coffee or in the agricultural things. People go to the city or go to the US, earn more money there than here. Now it's very expensive to have people grow the coffee.
Most coffee farms are small family-owned farms. So as the world changes, as economies change, how do you keep that next generation wanting to stay and work on the farm? Because there might be better jobs from their point of view, in the city or perhaps even in a different country. So that's really been one of the challenges, is making it a viable livelihood. Families will want to stay on the farm. That next generation will want to be there to grow it, pick it, make sure it's exported correctly, and be proud of that work. I was one of 6 women in the United States that founded the International Women's Coffee Alliance, a nonprofit organization, in 2003. Our mission was empowering women to be in more leadership roles.
women now are taking care of other works on field other than the household. So their burden in work has changed dramatically. Now they have to learn about financial costs, how to deal with agricultural technical issues that was not the case in the past. There is a struggle, and women are having a consequence about this.
I came across a study in 2017 that was done by Michigan State University, and it looks specifically as what happens when women are in leadership and decision-making positions. Agricultural productivity increases, poverty is reduced, household nutrition increases. That's a critical need for every country, but it's particularly critical for these coffee families. It makes it more viable that you will want to stay on that coffee farm and grow coffee.
In the Women in Coffee Association from here, we try to help to all women can learn about everything in the coffee industry. Producing, roasting, they can know how can you be the best nutrition for the coffee tree and everything.
So IWCA has meant for us a good connector. And I think the only solution for the sustainability of coffees is to have direct relationships. They pay premium prices for the coffees because they want the best coffees and they want to support communities that can live from coffee.
The farmers are motivated to have really great quality coffee. Now, specifically with Olga Hazard's family, meeting somebody who is of like mind to saying like, we feel like we have a really good cup of coffee. You know, we love the way your coffee looks and how we can roast it and put it into a cup.
In the past, all coffee around the world was sold through importers and exporters. And those people did most of the negotiating, most of the thing. So the roasters, the local roasters, they had to buy the coffee that these importers, exporters were selling. And of course, specialty coffee is what we try to do. It is grown at a higher elevation. It is grown with a lot more care, a lot more energy, a lot more support. Skill.
Yeah.
And all that really affects it. So that is where it becomes difficult with the direct trade or the fair trade stuff, is we're able to get a better quality coffee, but we're also paying a lot more, which then means, of course, that the consumer has to pay a lot more. Well, I think one way that we try to support farms that are experiencing climate change and all that is to say, yes, we're still going to continue buying from you. We're not going to, say, hey, you had a hard year this year. We're going over to this new flashy farmer over here. So they already know if they can provide the good coffee, then we will pay that price and we'll buy that much coffee. It gives them a little bit of peace of mind that they're not trying to find another buyer.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, for us, Coffee Emporium and Tony Aileen are like in our hearts, but in this case, we have a relationship with them. We decide the prices, we get together and decide how we're gonna manage every year. They really support us with premium prices so that we can support with that money the school, the education programs, the conservation programs.
With the advent of WhatsApp and all these other apps that allow us to talk directly to these farmers has made this more direct trade thing a lot easier for us. It's not uncommon for me to be talking to someone from Guatemala, from Costa Rica, from El Salvador, from Ethiopia on a daily basis now. And it's really fun to see how this direct trade has really taken off. It's allowed us and other small roasters to buy more and more coffee directly from the farmers.
So we hope in the future these three things, like conservation of the nature, beautiful nature here, and taking care of the community and producing jobs, and also the fact that we want to produce good quality products and have the economics to pay for all this can be sustained in the future by other families that come and take over, or other people that will also support this beautiful place and take care of it, hopefully in the future generations.
Coffee is ever evolving. The people who work in the coffee industry are ever evolving.
There is more communication. Young people know more about coffee, the quality of coffee, the virtues of coffee, the cultures, the diversity of where all these coffee are being produced, and that has changed a lot. The perspective of the appreciation on the production of coffee.
Of all the products in your life, coffee is probably the most handcrafted in today's world, and that is something that I don't think we should take for granted.
There's a lot of challenges, but I think that it's being matched with a lot of people with a lot of creativity and a lot of passion. And I think that those innovations are going to help this industry go forward.